Hi, Kelly Hartley here again, and this is our second installation on our video advice blog. I'm sorry it has taken me so long to get back to this second question, but I've had a little bit of a situation go on here. Since the airing of the last video, I had 23 questions come in 2 days, and more to follow. The interesting thing about that is that all except for one, all of the questions were asked by young lesbian women between the ages of 12 and 35. Now, as you can imagine, this kind of, it's kind of going into a place I hadn't planned, but I'm going to roll with it. And, I've thought long and hard about this. I'm going to roll with this because I'm 43. And I am the mother of 3 boys in their 20s, and I'm the grandmother of a 2-year-old. And all I could imagine is that if my children or grandchildren are gay, and they had questions, I would want them to be answered in a loving and compassionate and very self-affirming way. And so, here we go. Keep asking your questions. I'm going to keep answering them, and this is somewhat of a coming out video for me myself. I'm openly gay in my personal life, but here we are. So we'll go ahead and get started with the first question. Hello, the first question is from a young woman who is 12. And I'm going to read it here on the computer. It says, Kelly, dear Kelly, I think I might be gay, but I'm not sure. Sometimes I think I'm gay because I feel attraction to other girls, and sometimes I feel a little bit of an attraction to guys. Is this just a phase I'm going through, or am I a lesbian, and how would I know? Well, hun, I'm not going to use your name online because because you're too young, and so I'm going to call you D. And D, you know who you are. The thing about this question is it's not an easy question. It's just not. And so the answer is not going to be immediately satisfying. But I still want you to listen because it's very important that you know, first of all, that this is very normal. You are so normal. Most people your age, young people, are going through very similar and very complicated questions in their minds. Some of them are thinking these same questions, and some are thinking different. All of them are very difficult and very serious at this age. Most people my age would not go back to being 12 years old for $1 million. That's how hard I know that your period in life is. I wouldn't do it again. So I want you to know that I take this very seriously, and that you're very normal, and that everyone that around you is going through similar things. But there are some very important things that I want you to pay attention to right now during the period of life you're going through right now, and that is, you don't need to know this right now. Just like right now you don't need to know what you're going to take in college. It will come to you gradually. And how do you know when those things are coming to you? The most important thing I want you to get from this is this. All of us are 3-part human beings. You are a mental, physical, and spiritual human being. Now, unfortunately, when we start examining our lives when we're young, in comparison to a faith, perhaps a fundamentalist Christian faith, we have guilt. And in some cases, that's okay to feel like, to know that you're not moving along the path that your faith base tells you is right. But what's more important than a faith base, D, is a spiritual relationship between you and your higher power without the complications of religion. And where you get the signals of what's right or wrong for you in relationship to your higher power is an internal navigational system that's built inside of you. And how this works is this: you have a thought over anything in your life. Say, for instance, um, whether or not you should do your homework. You've been told to do your homework. You really don't want to do it. Whether or not you should do it. I'm just going to use this for example because I want you to understand that you need to use this internal navigation system for every question you have in your life. Now, the first thing you can do is start asking all of the people around you, should I do my homework? Should I do my homework? And of course, you can imagine the answers that you might get. But especially when you have a question that you feel as though is too personal, too sensitive to be asking at this time, and you need and want an answer, what I want you to do is this. I want you to have the thought, and then I want you to pay very close attention to the kinds of feelings you're having inside of your body. If you feel dis at ease, if your stomach feels funny, if your chest feels heavy, this is your internal navigational system telling you that these choices are not right for you. If you have a thought and you feel at peace and you feel no resistance and you feel at ease and you feel happy, then those choices are what's good for you. I know that sounds very elementary and very simple, but the truth of the matter is too many of us are not in touch with our internal navigation system. We rely on outside forces to determine the kinds of choices we make in our life, or we rely on outside sources to tell us that what feels right to us is not right. And then we are left with holes, and we're left feeling broken, like something needs to be fixed. And you don't want to do that, because any thought that you can have in your mind is fine. They're just thoughts. You're going to have a million of them. I want you to relax and accept that, accept what you're going through, and let it be okay. My main intent here is for you to know that you're normal, for you to get in touch with what feels right to you, what doesn't feel right to you in any question that you ask yourself from now and for the rest of your life. Because this is where you need to depend. This is where you need to depend on. But the most important thing is that you keep that spiritual connection to your higher power strong. Right now, during questions like this, is a time when you might start to pull away if you feel like what you're thinking about and what you're feeling inside does not stand in line with what you've been taught is right. I'm here to tell you, don't do that. Religion is a different question. Religion is the man-made rules and guidelines on how to follow a spirituality. They may not be right for you, but your spirituality is your personal relationship with your higher power. And I see here in your letter that you call your higher power God. God knows that you're going through these things. If you're gay, God knew you were gay before you have figured it out. If you're not, God knew it before you figured it out. Everything you're going through is in perfect alignment to your evolution as a human being, and it's all going just as planned. Don't rush it. Don't beat yourself up or get mad at yourself for having thoughts and feelings like this. Just let them happen naturally. Follow what feels best, what feels good inside of your gut, and I'm sure everything will work out. If you get further along in this experience and you feel as though you might be gay, and you start thinking of who you like, who you get the butterflies for, and who you want to spend more time with, and things like that, then perhaps it's not a bad idea to find someone in your life that you trust, that you feel an unconditional love for, and share this with them. Or find a youth group your own age. You're not driving age yet, but a youth group of your own age at a local community center or something, people who are going through similar things. I want you to also remember this. Every morning when you wake up, it's a new opportunity to be a brand new person and have a brand new day, and so you are going to change 1,000 times. There's no reason to put a concrete label or tag on who you are as a person now, because you are just beginning. It's just the beginning of your book, and it's not the end. You won't know these things for chapters and chapters and chapters later. So I look forward to hearing from you soon, and I look forward to hearing from you often. I want you to concentrate on keeping your mind strong, your body healthy and strong, and your spiritual connection strong. With those three things concentrated on, it will all work out fine, I promise you. And I look forward to hearing from you soon.